Tentacool, Toadscool, Toadscruel, and Tentacruel. These Pokemon are regional fates, as dubbed from the Pokemon community. These Pokemon are not regional forms, but just happen to be different animals and different species that have converged into one body shape. And I'm gonna be making one for every type. This is gonna be a part 1, and part 2 is gonna be for the people who subscribe and like to the video. Now it's time for digital drawing. So for this one, I decided to make a nuclear explosion, because people normally call them mushroom clouds, and that's what the Toads cool and Tentacool line really look like. So explosions it is, and I'm adding just a metal base to it in the bottom and making the cloud feel more cloudy. So that's really what I'm doing, and adding pieces of metal to be like the caps on Toadstool's head and Tentacool's head. So, and then the metal base and just fire ejecting, making eject up in the air. Now, time to make one that looks like a brain, because the brain could be the cap, and then the nerves could be the tentacles, the legs, whatever you like to call them. So just doing the nerves now, but I first thought it should be a body, but now that I think about it, I think it should just be the hands, just to be looking like legs. And now tracing a mountain just to get the body, the shape, and adding clouds to it, since that's what I thought would probably be a good one. Yeah. So I'll make a cylinder that makes it look like a mushroom cap. So that's what I'm really doing right now, making it to look like a mushroom cap to get the overall body shape. And then finally, this is gonna be a pretty weird one. Gonna look like I thought it should look like a Grim Reaper, but the more I look at it, the more I thought it could maybe be like a dead magician or something like that. But I just thought I should just go with whatever I thought would really look good. So then I gotta give it a wizard hat, just to get the overall magician vibe going on. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, the wizard. Now I'll just remove some design aspects I don't really want in the final drawing. And time for number 2, sketch number 2. So this is the point where I'll just make more smooth lines using a different brush and just making it look better than it was before, since first sketches are not the best ones, obviously, since it's the first. So just want to get it less rough, add better details, make it feel better in general, and so I can get the overall shape as perfect as I wanted it to. Here on the brain one, I just changed the shape a bit, just to a shape that I thought would look better, and I would and also use a larger brush size, so I could make one main nerve going between those two, and then later on I could just add thinner nerves. Then in the mountain, I thought I should just erase some of it and maybe make one covered by the cloud. So I just left it empty there and just making the cloud more bubbly Then with the magician one, made the cloak or robe just bigger in general, and then added some design aspects to the wizard's hat. So maybe just having some creases, and also the fire from the explosion would probably look cooler if I made some thinner lines. Here you can see I used thinner lines for maybe see-through or less visible things in the design. So that's what I'm really going for right here, just to make it look better. But just wait, it's gonna look the best when it's all finished. So yeah, here, as I said, there's gonna be one main nerve and now many other not central nerves, and then we're just gonna add the brain squiggles, so all around the brain, it's making it look better like that. But I don't really change the outline of the brain, so it wouldn't look as good as I thought it would look like. So just making a break goes all around. There you go. There we go. So that's what you're seeing right here. And making a brain less smooth always is better. Now, as you can see, sometimes clouds have like partitions in them, and now here I tried to make like the lines inside fungus, but it wouldn't really work. So instead, made like some things where the cloud can be visible. Now, creases in the hat. Now, time to add shadows. So that's what I'm really trying to do right now. Just adding a thin layer of shadow. Now, so you can see where the light hits, but like it's not too distracting. As you can see on the brain, you can see like each squiggle has a shadow, and then like the cover of the brain does too, as well as the inside of the cloud for this one, and also around the cloud, just to make it feel more immersive, you could say. So that's what I was really going for right there. And then the mountain too, of course, also have to have the shadows, since it's also part of the mound. Just making the shadows in the other pieces just better in general, just in case. The metal too, I just needed to add for the metal too, just in case. And then the hat, that's where the creases come in and everything else come in, so that we can make the hat look as good as better. But it doesn't really look that good right now, so it's time to add colors. So really, for this one, for the explosion, I'm just gonna try to add like explosive colors that look like an explosion. So like the whites just to look like blinding lights, and then we're gonna need to add some yellow, and I'm gonna add in just a bit here. There we go, some yellow, light orange, you could say, just to add a pop of color. Then a darker orange, and I'm just trying to add like a gradient. As you can see here, here's a even darker orange, and then we got some red right here. And now it's just looking like a rainbow, so I'm just gonna add some other bits just to make it look better. And then just gonna add some yellow as part of everywhere else, just to give it a good texture and feel. Then just a dark red for the middle, just so it's less than complicated, but you can still see the good colors and stuff like that. So yeah, just need it to be lighter. Then we're just obviously gonna add like a gray color or the metal, and then the same colors for the fire, the dark oranges, the light oranges, the yellows, and then white in the middle. So here's a light orange, and then we go with an even lighter orange, and then we go for a yellow. Very good. And then after that, an even lighter yellow, and then some white. So that's really just what I'm going for this one right here. So it's like, and then you can add some more metal in that part, so it just looks like it could be a steel type. Then we go for the brain one. We add colors that are most of the time depicted for a brain, the like light magenta, so like it could be easier for people to understand, yeah, this is a brain and these are the nerves. Then we got to put some electrical features, because my logic is like electrical signals being sent by the brain. And then the mountain, well, obviously we're gonna have to add a brown color, like how most mountains are depicted. Gonna make it like a bit more reddish color. But then I thought, let's just add like rocks, like how Diglett and Doug Trio have. Sorry for my mispronunciation at the start. So like it would look more of like just coming up from the ground and being a giant behemoth in like general. Then time for the clouds. Obviously we're gonna make it a white, and then we're just gonna add a little bit more of a gray color to this. As you can see, I'm just changing the color Just right here, I'm just looking for my favorite color. Didn't know I was recording, but now it's gray color. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Yeah. Even with the shadow, the gray color would be a massive help. So that's just a good thing. Then white for snow, as you can see, for snow, since most mountaintops have snow in them. So that's what I'm going for. Obviously, the snow at the bottom have to be overlapping with the ground, since like if there's not that much snow, it could look. And there's me trying to fill it, just being lazy. So I don't know what to do, and I just making another outline. So just doing that, and then trying to fill it again. It's not working. So I just thought, hey, I should just do it the old-fashioned way. It was purple, but now I think I should actually make it a blue color. Maybe the purple could be a shiny, who knows? Then we could make it an even darker blue for the wizard's hat. So it'll just look different from the body. Now shadow, round 2. Because the original shadows didn't really look that good. So just adding more shadows. So that's what I'm going for right here. Like adding shadows to the metal just to look more 3D and outside of the Pokemon. So that's what I'm just going for. And then shadows to the cloud and stuff. Then shadows to the brain. And making the bottom one even more sharper. And then shadows for the mountains. Because again, you have to add shadows to the mountains since it's that big. There's always shadows on it. Then shadows on the rocks, just in case. Just to make it look 3D. Then shadows for this Pokemon. The claw looks like it's just some 2D piece of paper, so adding the shadows really greatly helped it. So that was it. And now it's finished. So here is Thudstool, Thinkschool, Tallschool, and Taxschool. From the words thin, thud, tall, and tackle. Thin because nerves and nerve endings are really thin. Thud because explosions normally make a loud thud noise. Tall because mountains are normally really tall. And tackle because tackles are really just mostly portrayed as a foul attack or unfair attack. Thin stool is a brain. Thud stool is an explosion. Tall school is a mountain with clouds on top. And tax school is a dead magician, you could say. And these are their types. Toadstool is what scientists think what happens when radioactive metal becomes too radioactive that it brings sentience to this object. The shiny is uranium. Thin stool is thought to be an organism that has grown without its body, therefore making the brain and the nerve endings completely vulnerable. That is why it has hardened itself so it wouldn't as easy to destroy. This Pokemon is thought to be the spirit of a young apprentice magician that never got his goals and dreams fully realized. He now lingers around theaters and other areas to enact his future revenge. So that's it for the Pokédex entries of these 4 Pokemon. Do you guys want more Pokédex entries on my Fakemon videos? Just comment down below. So guys, these are my final drawings, like final. If any of you guys are like artists, up and coming artists, professional artists, any degree of artists, and want to add faces to these drawings, do it. Just tag me if you want to do it. Like I just want credit. And also, if you guys want a part 2 with the remaining types, feel free to like and subscribe. With that, all I have to say is bye.